Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Black-Liberation.Tech Podcast. I'm your host, Dr. Renee Jordan, and today we are going to pick up where we left off with the Ag STEM Career Discovery Lab with Janaya GPT. So let's go ahead and get started. Step number 8, Community Impact Challenge. Ag STEM is not just about individual career paths. It's a powerful force for positive change. This step challenges you to explore how these innovative fields can address critical issues in underserved communities, transforming challenges into opportunities for individual and collective growth and well-being. Challenge Janaya GPT. Now, here's the last prompt. It says, "Hi, Janaya. What are 3 Ag STEM careers that could help address," and in brackets, we have food insecurity, environmental justice, climate resilience, or community health in underserved communities. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take this prompt and copy it so that I have it in my notes. I'm saving all of this because I'm working from Janaya GPT without signing in so I can get the same experience as the students that I will work with. And a big reason behind that is because if I sign in, then my responses will not just be about what I enter into the chat or into the dialogue box. They will also consider all of my other things that I have done with Janaya GPT, with Chat GPT, and that may cause the experience that I have to be different from what the students would experience. So that's why I'm working from outside as an outside user, if you will. So I'm saving my prompts as well as the output so that I can have them, because once I close this, because I didn't sign in, the conversation is not going to be saved and I won't be able to get back to it. So that's why I'm saving it in my Word document. I also save them so that I can keep track of them myself without having to be in the AI platform. Okay, so I have this prompt and I'm going to paste it over in Janaya GPT. And because we already took a look at food insecurity, we actually looked at a lot of these. We looked at a lot of these because I talked about community before. What I'm going to focus now specifically, I'm going to focus now specifically on community health. So I dealt with food insecurity and environmental justice and climate resilience when we talked about the community resilience planner. They did mention health, but it was a fraction of everything that was shared. So I'm going to remove these other items and focus on community health in underserved communities. So once again, my prompt says, "Hi, Janaya, what are 3 Ag STEM careers that could help address community health in underserved communities?" All right, let's take a look. So I did copy it over and saved it to my Word document. Let's take a look. If you're interested in community health, AI, technology, and helping underserved communities, there are several Ag STEM careers that connect agriculture, food systems, environmental health, and public well-being. Number 1, Community Food Systems Planner. What they do. Community food system planners help ensure that neighborhoods have access to affordable, healthy food. They study where grocery stores, farmers markets, community gardens, and food assistance programs are located and identify gaps in access. A typical day might include mapping areas with limited access to fresh food, working with schools, food banks, and community organizations, designing programs that increase access to fruits and vegetables, using data and technology to understand food insecurity, helping communities develop local food production projects, how this improves community health. Access to nutritious food is linked to lower rates of chronic diseases such as diabetes, heart disease, and obesity. Improving food access can lead to healthier communities. Why it fits your interests. This role combines technology and data analysis, community impact, food security, and problem solving for underserved populations. Number 2, public health and agricultural data scientists. What they do. These professions use data, AI, and technology to study how food systems, environmental conditions, and agriculture affect public health. A typical day might include analyzing data on nutrition, food access, and health outcomes, building AI models that identify health risk, studying how environmental factors affect communities, creating dashboards and reports for decision makers, and recommending solutions based on research findings, how this improves community health. Their work helps communities understand where their health challenges exist and which interventions are most effective, why it fits your interests. This career strongly connects with artificial intelligence, prompt engineering and technology, data-driven decision making, and helping communities solve real-world problems. Number 3, Community Resilience Planner. Well, that's one of the jobs that I explored earlier, but we'll give this a brief read. What they do: community resilience planners help communities prepare for challenges that affect health and well-being, including extreme weather, food shortages, environmental hazards, and public health emergencies. A typical day might include assessing community risk, coordinating with public health agencies, planning emergency food distribution systems, using GIS maps and data analysis tools, and engaging residents in preparedness efforts. How this improves community health. Resilient communities are better able to maintain access to food, healthcare, clean water, and safe housing during emergencies and long-term challenges. Why it fits your interests. This role blends community leadership, technology and AI, public service, and long-term problem solving. Which career may fit you best? Based on what you've shared about learning AI independently, teaching prompt engineering, increasing AI literacy, helping people solve challenges, improve opportunities in your community, the strongest match may be Community Resilience Planner or public health and agricultural data sciences. In the future, you could even combine both paths by becoming someone who uses AI to help communities make smarter decisions about food access, health, emergency preparedness, and economic opportunity. A question to explore next. As you learn about these careers, think about how could AI help a community identify challenges before they become serious problems. That question sits at the intersection of agriculture, technology, public health, and community resilience. And it is an area where future leaders like you could make a significant impact. Okay, let's go over these reflection questions. Reflect on your impact. After reviewing Jania's suggestions, take a moment to consider which challenge interests you most. So I cut these down to one because I explored them in greater detail earlier as a result of the Community Resilience Planner. So which challenge interests you most? So it was the community health that I took a look at. How might your talents help address that issue? What role could you imagine yourself playing? So I'll leave you with those questions to think about. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to push pause here and we'll come back next week and pick up where we left off. With all of that being said, thank you for listening to another episode of the Black-Liberation.Tech Podcast. I am your host, Dr. Renee Jordan. Please feel free to like, subscribe, and share, rate, and review the podcast to help it become more discoverable. And until next time, take care. Bye-bye.